Roy, from your point of view, what a turnaround that was.
Yeah, the first half was a bit of a war of attrition, and Stoke came out flying as we thought they would. Very, very controlled, very aggressive. Making certain that we had very little time on the ball, and of course using the great advantage and great weapon they have in Peter Crouch, who was excellent in the first half, holding balls up and flicking them on. But I thought that we dealt with it fairly well. They had one chance, and I think we'd had two very good chances. But it seemed to be heading for 0-0 and a little bit of, as I said, a war of attrition when they scored a goal. And I suppose that did change things as far as we're concerned. It almost forced us to be a bit more risky, in the sense that we had to start passing the ball better, we had to start moving it, we had to start playing the football that has got us to where we are. And we were aided in that respect by, of course, Stoke having something to hold on to. So quite naturally, when you've got something to hold on to, you tend to drop a little bit deeper and concede space in front of your defence. And I thought we profited from that very well, because apart from the two goals we scored in the second half, I thought we created at least half a dozen extremely good goal chances.
And that win takes you to 41 points. I mean, just put that into context from where you've come from no points after 7 games.
Yeah, it's. I must say, after 7 games, I never saw it coming. Even after 11 games with 4 points, I never saw it coming. I was rather hoping that this year would be a low-scoring year for teams that will stay up, and that we would just sneak enough points to get there. And I really expected us to be still probably in the bottom 3 in the last 2 or 3 games, trying to get ourselves out of the mire in the same way that Stoke had to get themselves out of the mire today. But as you see, it's not easy. And the thing that probably pleased me most today, I think a lot of teams, especially after last week's fine performance, coming here basically safe. I know people talk about mathematics, but I couldn't see us going down with 38 points and minus 13 in goal difference. I think it was a really fine achievement to come and stand up to the pressure, play the football we did in the second half and get a victory. Although I feel very sorry, a lot of empathy for Stoke City. It was not much fun coming off the field at the end of the game, seeing the pain etched on the players and the coaching staff's faces. But it's not us that have put them down, of course. It's 37 matches that have put them down. We just happen to be here today and provide them with opposition that did their job, i.e. played the best football they could play.
What does that say about you and your squad to do that today? Because, as you say, we've seen teams, it would have been quite easy to take your foot off the pedal.
Yeah, it's probably the thing I'm most proud of, I've got to say. I have said that to the players after the game. It's not easy when you've had that euphoria of last week. We got an award even for the performance of the week, all sorts of plaudits for the people's performances, and a lot of credit given to everybody. It's not easy to come to a place like Stoke City where they're fighting for their lives, this incredible support they have, and to put on that type of performance, because I've got to say that I think we really deserved to win the game today, and I'd have been a little bit disappointed if after the second half performance we hadn't won it.
And just finally, as one of the most experienced men around, will you have a word for Paul Lambert and what he's going through now?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one, that. I spoke to Paul before the game and he said, come and have a drink with us afterwards. That's a tough one, really, because you really don't know what to say. I have absolute 100% empathy for them. I don't think he could have done any more. I don't think he or his staff could have done more than Stoke did today. I don't think the players could have done anything more for him. They just happened to come up against a team, especially in the second half, that had the confidence, did not have to worry about the knife at their throat in terms of relegation, and were prepared still to play and give their best. So that was a bit unfortunate for him. He didn't meet a team that wanted to lie down. But the integrity of this league is so important that I would have been very disappointed if we hadn't have given some sort of performance here today. But it does say a lot about the players, and I shall be keen to point that out to them again, whilst hoping to express my sympathy and empathy with Stoke City Football Club.